What's going on, people? This is Akala. I'm here, MusicUmpire. Big up.
So you said that you obviously grew up in a single parent family in London.
Yeah.
So in the recent riots, a lot of people saying that youth are bored and they just got nothing to do, basically. And I know that you founded the Hip Hop Shakespeare Company. So what is your stance on youth of today, like the youth culture? Do you think they're bored, or is that what you do with youth?
I think there's lots of things going on. I think the young people can only ever be a reflection of the society that raises them. You know? So the idea that there's youth and then there's Britain and the two things are separate, to me, just seems completely ridiculous. You know, there's other countries in the world where kids behave completely differently, or young people. Why is that? What is those societies doing that our societies not doing? You understand what I'm saying? So I think that we live in a culture and in a part of the world that tells you if you don't have everything, you're basically a piece of shit, right? If you don't have the latest trainers, the latest this, the latest watch, the latest car, but the average working class kid can't have those things. It's completely unattainable. You know? Or at least they can't have them in the short term. They can get them in the short term, but then we know where that road leads, you understand? So it's like, there's so many competing factors. We have the way women are viewed in society, we have the way working class people are viewed, we have the marketing of materialism, we have institutional racism and classism and sexism and all these competing factors put in a pot, and we have an education system set up, to me, more aimed at keeping people in their place than encouraging every individual human being to reach their fullest potential. We have a legal system that accepts by its own admission that it's institutionally racist from the bottom to the top, you know, and I would say classist. So all of those factors come together to create the nihilistic kind of, well, we can't do anything to change it mentality that we see existing. But to me, when I work with young people, I don't see that. I see brilliance everywhere, from prisons to private schools. When I work with young people, because I walk in a room expecting brilliance. You're not going to come in a workshop and give me 10% of what you got. Because I'll tell you about yourself. Not like I know and you don't know. It's like, I am you in it. So I'm not going to sit there and let you fail and just be like, no, it's all right. I'll put it back on the young people that I work with. Bro, if you don't want that back from your life, that's up to you. I want the best for you. I'm not telling you what to do. Because if you come into a class with 15-year-old boys, dad's not at home, and you think you're going to wag your finger in their face and tell them, you're not going to tell them. Because at home, they're the man of the house. And you've got to be sensitive to that kind of stuff. Whereas if you come in and speak to them like they're human, you know, and talk to them like you're on a level with them, I've found universally, and like I said, I've done workshops with people who are doing 35 years in jail, you know, and I've never had an incident yet in a few hundred workshops where it's got very uncomfortable for me. Not because I'm Superman, just because I walk into a room and I speak to people with a bit of respect. Because I know what it feels like to be 15 and angry, and a teacher talk to you like you're an idiot. It doesn't feel nice, and it's not necessary to communicate your point. So I think that we don't nurture our young people's greatness. Young people in this country have the potential to be as great as young people anywhere else in the world. You know what I mean? And in fact, the 4 youngest people to ever pass GCSEs in Britain are all youths from Peckham. No one talks about it. The 2 youngest kids to ever come out of Cambridge with a degree are the elder sisters of 2 of the young kids who passed their maths GCSE at 6. Passed their maths GCSE at 6. They're called the Maffedon family. Google it. You know? So clearly, their dad mentors them all, by the way. So it's not like the school's doing it. You know, the dad mentors them when we play maths games with the kids, and he's had 4 6-year-olds, 2 6-year-olds and 2 5-year-olds pass their maths GCSEs. So when people clearly, when they deal with the youth, even in an area like Peckham, you know, even with, you know, immigrant kids, someone can produce this kind of level of attainment. So to me, I think that we spend far too much time putting young people down and not actually
encouraging them.
But also, we act like we really want them to do well. We don't. Our society is based on some people doing well and others not. That's how our society works. You know, it's a classist society. We have a structure. What's going to happen if every kid in, you know, Moss Side, you know, or the Gorbals, you know, starts thinking they can be an astrophysicist? It'll mess up the whole damn country. The whole way it works will have to be reevaluated. So we act like we really want them to do well. No, we don't. So our society is based on a few individuals from that background doing well, you know, like me. So they want to look at me and say, look, Akala did it, it works. No, it doesn't. A sister said to me once, if 100 people smoke 40 cigarettes a day, and 95 of them get cancer and 5 of them don't, it don't prove that cigarettes don't cause cancer. It proves you was lucky. And that's how I feel, really, if I think about my upbringing. Me being where I am today doesn't prove that a particular type of upbringing doesn't hold you back. It proves that I got lucky, nothing else. Because I know people just as smart as me who are not here today. So I just feel like there's work for us to be done, and especially those of us that come from a particular background that know we wouldn't maybe not even be here today if it wasn't for some guidance we have a bit of a duty to show young people it's not fashionable to go jail. I don't care what no rapper wants to tell me. Jails are owned by private companies, by old rich men that hate you. People make money off you being in prison. You know, so if you think that's cool, cool. I'm not knocking on. When I was 15, I had a mentality. But I'm telling you, them, when you go to jail, somebody makes money off you being in jail. And look how much, look, if you commit a crime, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but look how many people eat, right? So say there's an incident. You've got police officers that arrive on the scene, they're on whatever they're on per year. You've got paramedics that arrive on the scene, they're on whatever they're on a year. You've got forensics that arrive on the scene, they're on whatever they're on a year. If someone gets arrested, you've got all the boys that go on the raid, you've got the weapons, you've got everything they're wearing, they're on how much a year. Then you've got lawyers that you're going to pay, then you've got the judge, then you've got jury service, then you've got a jailer if you go jail. Look how much, it's an industry. Look how much people are eating off one little crime. How many jobs could have been created, right, if all of those people weren't getting paid off one you committing one crime? It's an industry. And on top of that now, like I said, the prisons are being privatized, so people are making money off having people in jail. Any country that makes money off people having in jail doesn't have it in its interest to reduce crime in the society. It doesn't even make logical sense. If prison is a business, and my business is based on having people in jail, then obviously I want more people in jail. So we have to start as rappers particularly, because we've allowed ourselves to be used to make things that are uncool, cool. To make things that serve an elite cool. We got to try and make that shit uncool now, and actually make being smart cool. Because the truth is, the most rebellious thing you can do is be smart. It's not designed for you to be smart. It's designed for you to go jail. So that's my diatribe on the whole
good motivation speaking there. What would you? So obviously you mentioned earlier that you played football for Leicester. And
well, I didn't play for Leicester for 2 games.
Oh, okay.
I was at West Ham for most of my life.
Oh, okay. So West Ham there. Yeah. So, and I read that you had an interest in maths at one point.
Yeah, I took my maths GCSE in year 10, and I went to a thing called the Royal Institution, which is like where they select a couple of kids to go and do maths master classes. I'm crap at maths now. Anything like practice. If you don't go gym, like I used to go gym a lot. I stopped going gym. I lost weight. Same with maths. I stopped doing maths, so now I'm like pretty slow. I'm pretty sure if I picked it back up again, I'd be good at it.
So what would you, because obviously our uni is quite academic, but there's a lot of us in here that have got that creative side and we really like drama or producing music or something like that. What advice would you give to students like that who are doing the academic subject but kind of feel that creative pull at the same time?
But academia is creative. It's how creative you make it. I'm self-educated. I never went to uni, so I can't. And I never went to uni because of my experience in school. I didn't like the experience of being educated from a particular person's point of view in a particular way. So I understand how unis can be restrictive. But what I would say to people is academia is creative. It's only the way it's marketed. If being a good mathematician was going to get you bare girls, you best believe everyone would be good at maths. That's the truth. If Gad was like, yo, what? My man's cold at maths. Yo, you know what I mean? The way it's like he's got a Benz. If it was he can design a Benz, think about how different our community would be. If the main thing people was attracted to was, wow, my man designs cars. Not he buys cars, he designs cars. Not he's got a nice house, he designs houses. And that's the mentality shift that is needed. Vice versa. It's like, that's what changes the productivity. So I think we're marketed that academia is uncool. When in reality, you look at a country like Japan, after World War II, struggling country, trying to recover after having nuclear bombs dropped on it. Look at it today. What got it there? Academia. You know, from what I understand, they extended the school day. People were made to work particular hours, but they ain't got no resources in Japan. There's not gold or coltan or diamonds in Japan, but look how rich they are. Why? Because of discipline and education. And so if we're being told that discipline and education is uncool, it's because someone wants us to stay in the position that we're in. And if we're being told that maths is uncreative, but in our countries of origin, you've got some of the sickest mathematicians in the world, we have to ask, why is it we come here and apparently we're not good at maths? Do you know what I mean? Apparently we're not good at science. You understand? Like, my brethren right here, his brother works for NASA. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but whatever, innit? Like, I'm saying it's like, there's a lot of people from particular backgrounds in scientific institutions that you're not really hearing about. You're not being made aware of. You know, the inventions, particularly of African Caribbean people, their contributions to major scientific inventions of the 20th century, from the traffic light to the light bulb to the lubricator cup in the car, to the way that agriculture is synthesized with someone like George Washington Carver. So if youths were made aware that they even had a history in this thing, and they've been contributing for a long time to scientific advances, they would see themselves as scientists, not as rappers and singers and all that only. You understand? But we've been made to think like, no, we're creative people, dance, we're not into all that academic shit. Well, yes you are. Because if you're not into that, you're going to be at the shitstall of humanity forever. Because the people who run the world are the people that are good at all that academic shit. Right? That's not based on who can dance best or who can rap best. Who's got power is based on who can understand symbols, writing, reading, mathematics. Those things are foundation. And anyone who's trying to tell you different is just mugging you off, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, so some motivation for us students to keep our books there.
It's like gym. You know, as people read, and I've had this with people, they'll read one book and be like, oh, but I don't like reading. But like the first time you go gym, what happens? It hurts. If you ain't been gymming all a year, even if you're a gym man and you go thump some weights, what happens? Your chest is paining you, you know what I mean? You're all sore, because you're out of practice. But the more you get back into it, and it starts to feel good. And it's the same with reading. Reading ain't no different. It's a discipline. I fell out of love with reading like in my early 20s, like 19, 20. Didn't really read for like a year and a half really. Now I read every day, every single day. I get up in the morning, I read before I go to bed. And so now it's just second nature. Yeah, practice. And that's what we need. We don't need more rappers. We need more, and I'm not saying I'm a rapper, so it's easy for me to say that. Or I'm saying, Pac said it. That's why Pac had to go. Because what was Pac on when he was coming towards his death? He was saying, no, we don't need more rappers. We need more doctors. We need more lawyers. We need more technicians. That's what Pac was saying. We need the Bloods and Crips to stop killing each other. That's why it was a problem for people. If he just kept promoting just badness, everyone's cool with that. You see how well that sells when black men promote badness. But if they start saying, no, and they got influence, and they start saying to you, no, be scientists, don't kill each other. Yeah. No one likes that. Definitely. There's a reason for that. You know what I mean? You look at all the people that have got assassinated, they ain't been man who's been like, yeah, kill your own people. Them ones are cool. But if you're like spreading knowledge, we're not going to put you on a pedestal.
Come on, grow. I'm so sick and I'm spit afro. Don't understand people when you grow up. Your boy's too wet so we can't blow. I'm gasolinish, the flow's machinish. Your head at the whole damn globe like Venus. Not so Venus, Astros, Venus, 30 yards out there, hit goalkeepers. Like sleepers, jeepers, creepers. I ain't consistent, feel like a mobile compared to beepers. When you compare me to these little idiots, I'm a genius and I really mean it. We're not the same like breast and the penis. The rest of your team is just the weakest. Can't hold it down like bulimics. Talk so much shit you didn't even believe it. Stop asking for things before you receive it. What are you doing? You ain't got another life. Bruce said put them up, come out of a slices. Fool. You can never bite, but it's still my turn like another on the dice. I take time like I'm stuck up with tuners. Spitting rhymes that shut up the rumours. So hard to cut the tumors, keep more flow. They're full of like lunars. You make claims, they're just unfounded. Stop telling fibs, you'll get grounded. Nobody cares about who you go around with. The weakest one in the room is the loudest. Give back the mic, daddy said it's not allowed. Yeah, he's my son, but I'm just not proud of it. He went deliberate, he's a legitimate idiot. Thinks it's cool to be illiterate. I really don't get it, still talking about pistols. The only thing you ever bust into is tissue. Don't ask if I dish you. If the cat fix you, do wear it, because I don't give a shit who want to take issue. You know us, represent peace and knowledge and love, but all said and done, you can blame mum, she taught me son, fight never run, so I don't know how. No matter about, can't play games with me. I found on the prowl like a predator, who can better than track record and rap record, and messenger serve like federal. So right now, I burn retinas of competitive treacherous replicas, killing them effortless. I'm still not sure that you're getting it. I am the one at all acceptance. You have one, but I have plethoras of the best fans way to a dress track, death trap. My you left that London to Panama manager, Panica, can you imagine? Or even fathom a sicker than average, killing with character, Benjamin Manica, look at that. I said, London to Panama manager, Panica, can you imagine? Or even fathom a sicker than average, killing with character, Benjamin Manica, look at the marriage, stamina damage away from Botanica, got it up for the hole in the can and the Chris was the Hanukkah, making it Manica, men and I'm mashing the more than a massacre, see there's a classical, flow with Jurassic. I know you're feeling the passion now. What's going on, Les?